So you're all very welcome again this evening to the class. Again, the structure will be very similar to always, except when we move to the floor, we'll do a mix of a few light back bends and our hips and hamstrings. If at any stage during the class it becomes too difficult, you can always come into child's pose, and remembering that chaturanga, if you hear that during the class, it just means bending your elbows to lower your body. So if you'd like to come into the opening Shavasana, lying back onto your mats, feet out to the edge of your mat, gently lie back, draw your arms away from your body, with your palms facing upwards. Gently close your eyes and arrive on your mat this evening. Inhaling deeply from the bottom of your belly, filling your chest, and exhaling, sighing out through your mouth, completely letting go of your day, switching off, focusing on your practice this evening. Again, inhaling deeply from the bottom of your belly, filling your chest, exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, completely emptying your lungs. Inhaling deeply, filling your belly, feeling your rib cage expand, feeling your chest expand, and exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. Continue to follow your breath as we move into silence. If at any stage during the silence your mind wanders, that's completely normal. Just become aware of the mind wandering and move back to your breath, following your inhales and exhales, adding length to your breath this evening. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side, relaxing your head back at center, keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and extend your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch. Pointing your toes, extending your fingertips, and exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently extend your left leg and push up to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat, keeping your eyes closed. Drawing your hands together at heart center, taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this evening, dedicating your practice to yourself, to your physical and mental well-being. With that in mind, bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's warm-up, we're going to work into the wrists. So gently extend your arms out in front of you and roll your wrists in one direction, just releasing any tension. Slow, controlled movements, and the other direction. Breathing in and out through your nose. And exhale, release. You can now place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and make circles with your elbows. Slow circular motions, controlled, working into your shoulders, connecting to your breath, and the other direction. Connect to your breath, gradually making the circles wider, and exhale, release. We're now going to move into gate pose. So come to kneeling on your mat, and from here, shift your right leg straight out to the side. Your toes are facing forward with your heel resting on your mat. Place your left hand on your mat about a foot away from your left knee. And inhale, raising your right arm over your head and spiral your chest towards the ceiling. Connecting to your breath, feeling the stretch from the outer edge of your right foot all the way out through your right fingertips. And inhale, come up, place your right hand on top of your right knee. And inhale, raise your left fingertips, leaning a little bit over to the right. Softening the top of your shoulder. As you exhale, release that left hand back to your mat. Inhaling, raising your right arm. Spiraling your chest towards the sky. Engaging your fingertips. And inhale, come up, join your right knee to meet your left knee. And shift your left leg out to the side. Your heel is resting on your mat with your toes facing forward. Place your right hand on your mat, a foot away from your right knee, and extend through your left fingertips, spiraling your chest towards the sky, connecting to your breath, engaging the outer edge of your left foot, and inhale, push up, placing your left hand on your left knee, and inhale, raise your right fingertips, leaning a little bit over to the left as you extend through your right fingertips, breathing into your side body. As you exhale, release your right hand back down, and inhaling, raising your left arm, spiraling your chest towards the sky, connecting to your breath, breathing into your side body, and exhale, release, joining your knees together. You can sweep your legs behind you, coming into tabletop position. The palms of your hands are at the front of your mat. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line, with your knees tracking under your hips, engaging the tops of your feet and your shins on your mat. We're going to come into a cat-cow. So on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, open your chest. Exhale, spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your tailbone, drawing your chin towards your chest. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you as you draw your belly button towards your spine. And inhale, belly down, tailbone up, opening your chest. And exhale, spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your tailbone, drawing your chin towards your chest, engaging your fingertips on your mat, imagining you're pushing the floor away from you, breathing into your back body, and exhale, release, coming back to a neutral spine. We're now going to move into a spinal twist. So keeping your left hand rooted on your mat, on an inhale, raise your right arm, twisting out to the right, keeping your shins and the tops of your feet engaged on your mat, reaching out through your right fingertips. As you exhale, slide your right hand behind your left wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. As you inhale, pushing into your left hand and raising your right arm, twisting out to the right. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you with that left hand as you reach out through your right fingertips. And exhale, slide that right arm behind your left wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Feeling a nice stretch on the back of your shoulder. And inhale, push up, coming back into tabletop. We'll repeat that on the other side. So keeping your right hand rooted on your mat, inhaling, raising your left arm, twisting out to the left, reaching out through your left fingertips, getting a nice twist to your spine. As you exhale, slide that left arm behind your right wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. As you inhale, pushing into that right hand, twisting out to the left, reaching out through your left fingertips, feeling a nice twist to your spine. As you exhale, slide that left arm behind your right wrist, dropping the back of your shoulder and the side of your head towards your mat. Breathing in and out through your nose and gently coming back into tabletop. From here, we're going to move into extended child's pose. So joining your big toes together on your mat, shift your knees out to the edge of your mat and sit your bum towards your heels. extending your arms out ahead of you and melting your chest and forehead towards your mat. Engage your fingertips on your mat, and keeping your fingertips engaged, draw your bum towards your heels, feeling a nice extension to your spine, connecting to your breath. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. And inhale, coming back up to tabletop. And from tabletop, tuck your toes and keeping your knees bent, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you as you engage your fingertips on your mat. Breathing in and out through your nose. Gently walk your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat and keeping your knees bent, fold over your knees, surrendering the crown of your head towards your mat. You can grab opposite elbows with your hands. Imagining there are weights on the crown of your head and your elbows. Feeling a nice release on your lower back. And keeping your knees bent, push up to a standing position at the front of your mat. We're now going to move into the sun salutations. So we'll do 2 rounds of A and 1 round of B. So standing at the front of your mat, engage your quadriceps. Your spine is straight with your shoulders rolling back and down. Connect to your breath. On an inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, step your left and right foot back. Lower your knees and keeping your hips in the air, lower your chest and chin towards your mat. On an inhale, slide your chest forward, keeping your elbows bent, coming into low cobra, lifting your chest. And exhale, moving through tabletop, tucking your toes to lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Engaging your fingertips on your mat. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you as you hug your shoulder blades together and lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. On an inhale, look between your palms, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, you can release your hands back down. Take a deep breath. We'll now move on to the second round of sun salutation A, but it'll be slightly more advanced. So starting off in mountain pose, standing tall, energy through the crown of your head. On an inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward over your knees, Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down. You can step or jump your feet back. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here as you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling and draw your heels towards your mat. Relaxing the back of your neck. On an inhale, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, you can release your hands back down. Take a deep breath. We'll now move on to Sun Salutation B. So again, starting in mountain pose, your feet are together, quadriceps engaged, shoulders rolling back and down. Connect to your breath. On an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, coming into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down. You can step or jump your feet back. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. On an inhale, step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left heel is lifted and your left leg is straight and engaged. As you inhale, raise your arms, coming into Warrior One. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together to improve your stability. As you exhale, release your palms, straightening your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. On an inhale, straightening your arms, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath. On an inhale, step your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right heel is lifted and your right leg is straight and engaged. As you inhale, raise your arms, coming into Warrior One. Sinking into your hips, keeping that right leg straight and engaged. As you exhale, release your palms down to your mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Engaging your fingertips on your mat as you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. On an inhale, step your right and left foot forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, coming into chair pose. And exhale, release, coming to a standing position at the front of your mat. Connecting to your breath. We're now going to move into the standing asanas, so you can move your mats or your cameras, as I'll be cueing the next few positions from here. And when you're ready, come to a wide-legged stance on your mat. The first posture of class will be warrior two. So turning your right heel out 90 degrees and turning your left heel slightly in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Raising your arms to shoulder level, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation. Gently turn your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger. Reaching out through both sets of fingertips. Pressing down into both your feet. And energy through the crown of your head as you soften the tops of your shoulders. And inhale, push up, turn that right heel in. Take a deep breath. We'll repeat warrior two on the other side. So turning your left heel out 90 degrees, bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Have your torso facing me. Arms to shoulder level, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation of the posture. Gently turn your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Energy through the crown of your head as you reach out through both sets of fingertips, pressing down into both your feet, connecting to your breath. And inhale, push up, turning that left heel in. Take a deep breath, in and out through your nose. We're now going to move into side angle pose. So turning your right heel, again, out 90 degrees, and bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Place your right forearm on top of your right knee, and press down into both your feet, your foundation of the posture, as you raise your left arm over your head. And from here, twisting your body so your chest is looking at the ceiling. Remembering to press down into both your feet, reaching out through your left fingertips as you spiral your chest towards the ceiling. Connect your breath. As you inhale, place that left hand on your back leg and keeping your right knee bent, raise your right fingertips, coming into peaceful warrior. Again, pressing down into both your feet and energy out through the crown of your head as you connect to your breath. And inhale, you can push up, turning that right heel in. Take a deep breath. We're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. So turning your left heel out 90 degrees, bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line. You want to place your left forearm on top of your left knee and extend out through your right fingertips, spiraling your chest towards the sky, focusing on pressing down into both your feet. reaching out through your right fingertips, lengthening from your side body, connecting to your breath. As you inhale, place that right hand on your back leg and keeping your left knee bent, extend through your left fingertips, raising your arm, coming into peaceful warrior. Remembering to press down into both your feet as you raise out through your left fingertips, energy through the crown of your head, keeping a bend into that left knee, and inhale, push up, turn that left heel in, take a deep breath. We're now going to move into triangle pose. So turning your right heel out 90 degrees, left heel slightly in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, leaning out to your right hand side, reaching out through your fingertips, and exhale, fold over a bent or straight right knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle, and twisting your torso towards the ceiling, pressing down into both your feet, feeling a nice twist to your spine as you reach out through your left fingertips, connecting to your breath. And inhale, you can slowly come up, turn that right heel in, take a deep breath. We'll repeat triangle pose on the other side, turning your left heel out 90 degrees, right heel slightly in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, leaning out your left hand side, reaching out through your fingertips, and exhale, fold over a bent or straight left knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle as you twist your upper body towards the ceiling, pressing down into both your feet, energy out through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And inhale, you can slowly come up, turn that left heel in, take a deep breath, and join your feet together on your mat. From here, we're going to move into tree pose, a balancing posture. So shifting the weight into your right foot, you can place your left heel above your right ankle and stay here, opening out the hip. If you feel comfortable, pick a spot on the wall for balance, and you can lift your left heel, placing it against your inner right thigh, pressing your heel into your thigh. From here, joining your hands together at heart center or raising your arms over your head, coming into the full version. Remembering on pressing your heel into your inner thigh and your inner thigh back into your heel as you lift out of your hips, energy through the crown of your head as you raise your arms. Connect to your breath. And exhale, you can release your hands down, close your hip, release your left foot to your mat. We'll repeat that on the other side. So this time, shifting the weight into your left foot, you can place your right heel above your left ankle, opening out your hip, or you can raise your right foot, placing your right heel against your inner left thigh. And from here, drawing your hands together at heart center or raising your arms over your head, joining your palms together, pressing your right heel into your inner left thigh and your inner left thigh back into your heel, opening out your right hip as you lift out of your hip, energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, closing your hip, extending your right leg, taking a deep breath. You can now move your mats or your cameras to how they were at the start of class, as I'll be doing the remaining positions from here. And when you're ready, come to mountain pose at the front of your mat. Connecting to your breath. We're going to move into chair pose. So on an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, pressing your ankles together, pressing your knees together. As you reach out through your fingertips, drop your tailbone, connect to your breath. As you exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, step your left and right foot back. Bending your elbows, chaturanga. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. As you inhale, step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat, so your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left heel is lifted with your left leg straight and engaged. Inhaling, raising your arms, coming into warrior one. Reaching out through your fingertips. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together. Pressing down into both your feet. From here, we're going to move into a twist. So joining your hands together at heart center, hooking your left elbow across your right knee, twisting out to the right. Remembering to keep that left leg straight and engaged. As you twist out to the right, breathing in and out through your nose. And exhale, release your palms, framing your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. And lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Connect to your breath as you inhale, stepping your left foot forward to the front of your mat. So your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged. As you inhale, raising your arms, coming into warrior one. Hugging your inner thighs together for stability. Keeping that right leg straight and engaged as you reach out through your fingertips. From here, drawing your hands together at heart center and hooking your right elbow across your left knee, twisting out to the left, keeping that right leg straight and engaged as you twist out to the left, connecting to your breath. And exhale, frame your left foot with your palms, step your left foot back to meet your right foot. Drop your knees, coming into tabletop, and from here, make your way to child's pose, shifting your knees out to the edge of your mat, sitting your bum towards your heels, and extending your arms out ahead. Feeling a nice extension to your spine, connecting to your breath. And when you're ready, make your way to a tabletop position on your mat. From here, we're going to move into a low lunge. So step your right foot forward between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left leg is extended straight out behind you, with your left knee and the top of your left foot resting on your mat. From here, inhale, raise your arms, coming into a low lunge. Feeling a nice stretch along your left hip flexor, your right glute, as you sink down into your hips. From here, there's the option to lift your left heel, drawing it towards your sit bone, and if you can, grabbing your foot with your left hand, pressing your foot into your hand, breathing in and out through your nose. If your heel is lifted, drop your foot back to your mat. And from here, we're going to move into a twist. So join your hands together at heart center, hook your left elbow across your right knee, twisting out to the right. Keep that left foot engaged on your mat and your left knee as you twist out to the right. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands. Bring your right knee back to meet your left knee, coming into tabletop. Your hips should feel quite open. Just circling into the hips, feeling a nice release. We'll now repeat that on the other side. So this time, stepping your left foot between your palms, your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right foot is extended straight out behind you with your right knee, and the top of your right foot resting on your mat. From here, inhaling, raising your arms, coming into a lunge, feeling a nice stretch along your right hip flexor and your left glute. From here, there's the option to bend that right knee, drawing your heel towards your sit bone. Breathing in and out through your nose. Sinking into your hips. From here, you can drop that foot back down to your mat. And from here, draw your hands together at heart center and hook your right elbow across your left knee, coming into a twist. Remembering to keep the top of your right foot and your right knee engaged on your mat as you twist out to the left. Draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your palms, stepping back into tabletop. From here, we're going to move into Navasana or boat pose. So just come to a seated position on your mat. Sitting up tall, draw your heels towards your sit bones. From here, keeping your knees bent, lift your legs off your mat. You can keep your knees bent and place the palms of your hands under your knee creases for support, or you can extend your arms out ahead and extend your legs, coming into the full version. Focusing on lifting your chest, drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core, pointing your toes, connecting to your breath, and exhale, slowly release your feet, cross your legs, lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. We're going to repeat Navasana one more time. So again, drawing your heels towards your sit bones, lifting your legs off your mat. From here, there's the option to extend your arms and extend your legs, pointing your toes. In whichever version you're in, draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core and connect to your breath as you lift your chest. And exhale, slowly release your feet, cross your legs, and lift your hips, pressing into your hands for a nice counter stretch. From here, come to a standing position on your mat as we move into squat pose. So shifting your feet out to hip distance apart. From here, turn both your feet out about 45 degrees or 60. Drawing your hands together at heart center. With control, opening your hips and bending your knees as you draw your bum towards your heels. You can keep your heels lifted for stability or draw your heels towards your mat. To intensify the stretch, use your elbows to push your knees apart. Keep integrity in your spine, energy through the crown of your head. Keeping your chest open towards me, connecting to your breath. And with control, pressing through your heels to lift up back to a standing position. We'll repeat squat pose one more time. To intensify the stretch, you can turn your feet out a little bit further. And from here, with control again, bend your knees and open your hips as you sit your bum towards your heels. To intensify the stretch, use your elbows to push your knees apart, remembering to keep integrity in your spine, energy through the crown of your head, softening your upper thighs, and on an inhale, pressing through your heels to push up to a standing position. And from here, make your way to a seated position and lie back as we move into bridge pose. Drawing your heels towards your sit bones. From here, placing the palms of your hands beside your hips on your mat. From here, pressing into your heels to lift your hips towards the ceiling, rolling each vertebrae off your mat as you lift your chest. From here, there's the option to tuck your shoulder blades under your body and interlock your fingers, pressing your hands towards your heels. Pressing into your heels to lift your hips, drawing your inner thighs and knees together, lifting your chest and connecting to your breath. And exhale, release your hips back down. Take a deep breath. We'll repeat bridge pose one more time. So again, pushing into your heels to lift your hips off your mat, rolling each vertebrae and tucking your shoulder blades under your body, interlocking your fingers, drawing your hands towards your heels, drawing your inner thighs together as you lift your hips, connect to your breath, and exhale, release, dropping your hips back to your mat. From here, we're going to move into shoulder stand. So continuing to lie onto your mat, drawing your knees in towards your chest, You can stay here and rock from side to side for a more restorative posture, or you can roll back onto your shoulders, lifting your legs towards the ceiling, keeping your hands on your lower back for support, pointing your toes, connecting to your breath. From here, keeping your legs as straight as possible, there's the option to drop your feet in behind your head, coming into Halasana. If your feet are still in the air, keep your hands on your lower back for support, or you can drop your feet in behind your head, tucking your shoulder blades under your body and interlocking your fingers, coming into Halasana, pressing your hands away from your body, keeping your legs as straight as possible. You can close your eyes and connect to your breath. And from here, bending your knees and rolling vertebrae by vertebrae back onto your mat, dropping your hips and feet onto your mat. To end class, we're just going to go into a gentle spinal twist. So drawing your hands away from your body into a T shape. You're going to draw your knee, lift your legs off your mat, keeping your knees bent. And from here, you're just going to gently drop both your knees out to the right, keeping your left shoulder rooted on your mat, connecting to your breath. Drawing your knees back to center. Drop your knees out to the left, keeping your right shoulder on your mat. Breathing in and out through your nose. And gently bring your legs back to center and extend your legs, drawing your heels out to the edge of your mat as we move into the closing Shavasana. Gently lying back, drawing your arms away from your body with your palms facing upwards. Bring your eyes to close and relax your entire body on your mat. Completely surrendering on your mat, allowing your body and mind to absorb all the benefits of your practice this evening. Completely letting go. I will now guide you through the closing Shavasana. Completely relax on your mat. Relax your toes, the soles of your feet. Relax your heels, your ankles, relax your calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings. Relax your hips, feeling them open out like a book as your lower body completely melts into your mat. Relax your abdomen, relax your chest. Relax your fingertips, the palms of your hands. Relax your wrists, forearms, elbows. Relax your shoulders, feeling them draw away from your ears. Relax your throat, your neck. Relax the back of your head. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue, feeling your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips, feeling them slightly part. Relax the space between around your eyes. Relax your eyes, feeling them draw towards the back of your head. Soften your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Soften your forehead. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, from the soles of your feet, through your legs, up your spine, through the crown of your head, and completely surrender on your mat. We will move into silence for 5 minutes. If any feelings, thoughts, or emotions come into your mind during this time, gently just move back to your breath, following your inhales and exhales, the natural rhythm of your breath as we move into silence. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side. Resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and extend your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Pushing up to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed. Drawing your hands together at heart center. Again, taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this evening. Taking the peace and compassion of your practice and applying it throughout your evening in your thoughts, your actions, and your speech. With that in mind, rub your hands together, creating heat, creating energy. Draw your hands over your eyes. Blink your eyes open to the darkness of your palms. Draw your palms away from your eyes. Bow your head. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.